Hi guys, hey Saw Dogs, how's it going? Just thought I'd jump on since it was actually nice outside. It wasn't like sweltering hot, so Noodle and I came out here to do a little sanding and check things out. And this is still part of the series of tips and tricks of epoxy and wood and all things wood and epoxy. So what I got here is I've got an ink splotch board that I've made, but when I did the final pour, I did it with a different epoxy and I got micro bubbles in it. So that kind of drove me crazy. So I'm in the process of fixing it. I'm gonna show you how I do it. So essentially I had everything perfect, and then I tried to top my just the epoxy part. I did some swirling, some special alcohol swirling, and you'll see that later, probably in the next video. This is just to get it down to where I need it. So what happened was I poured 4 layers, a base layer, and then a second layer, and then the third layer had swirl in it. Second and third had ink swirl in it. The top layer I just wanted to be clear so you could look down and see a triple depth, and it worked. But the top, I walked away from it, and it started getting some micro bubbles, and it was the epoxy. It was some old epoxy, and that was my fault. So now I'm just outside. I tried to take it down with my planer. I have a 6-inch joiner with a helical bird head, and even that, you guys know, chips epoxy. So I'm more inclined to just grab an old rigid, put some 36 grit on it, and just do some man carpentry, and just get her done by a little bit of let the machine do the work, but the 36 grit will grind this sucker down. So I'm going to hit it, and then I've got another cutting board that I've done with a dog bone in it. A dog bone, instead of an inlay, I did the dog bone in epoxy, just for something different. And I have dog on the back, my burn-in logo. And this is sweet gum. Spalted sweet gum is what I'm using for the ink splot board, and the butcher block is a piece of some spalted sweet gum also. I had them both at the same time, so they both got poured about the same time. So I'm going to hit this, and I'm going to show you how quick I can take this down, and you can see here that I've got a couple chunks that my planer has taken out here. Okay, it happens to everybody, but I didn't mind because I'm going that deep anyways, because I'm going to repair this board and bring it back. I'm going to take just the epoxy part down, and then I'm going to put it back in a mold, or I'm going to show you maybe a quickie mold, and then I'm just going to pour just the epoxy part, just a clear layer to come up to the wood to match the planing of the wood, so we're all on the same level. So I'm going to hit like I said, I'm just using some crazy 36 grit that I had left over. I'll show you. wood down a little bit, just get the top off it. These are for people that don't essentially have a drum sander or a planer or even a hand planer. When I first started, I could do all my hand planers. Have to put a little bit of don't be scared, because I'm wanting to take an eighth of an inch off. The whole point is to show the repair on this board. Okay, so here you can see just that little bit. All I've got is a couple little dips here. So I spend another 5 minutes. I can have it down to where I need it to be, and then I'll start going from my 36 grit, and like I said, old rigid, used old rigid that I picked up. And I'm doing it outside, of course. I don't have a filtration system in my shop. It's a new shop. I haven't even gotten to that, and I don't even know if I'll ever put it in. I like my shop super clean. I just hook a vacuum up to everything, and all my big equipment is out in my saw shack where I can just let the sawdust, the man glitter fly. So it really doesn't matter at that point. That's where you're supposed to get dirty. So I'm out here. I got to take this down a little bit further, and then I'll start going through the grits. I'll start going from 36 grit, and then I'll go up to a 60, and then I'll go to 80, and then I'll take it to in the next video I'll show you how to take it down, and I'm going to take just the epoxy down, and I'm going to try to transition a new clear new transition slope, and I'll show you how to do that, and we'll talk about it, and like I said, if anybody has questions, they can always ask in the video. I'm going to download this to IG for the series tips and tricks, and we'll talk about all, we'll get into, like I said, I'm going to start doing live videos. I'm going to start doing YouTubes of how to chainsaw mill by yourself, how to do casting, how to stabilize wood, how to fix your boards, how to repair, how to make clocks, cubes, jewelry, a little bit of everything, whatever, all the stuff that I do, and because I like to keep learning. So hope you guys enjoyed the quick tutorial. Like I said, there'll be another one in this series. This is the Ink Splot, my alcohol Ink Splot board. It's kind of like a Jackson Pollock's type of thing, kind of inspired. So I hope everybody has a good evening. Stay cool, saw dogs. It's actually tolerable here. You can see Noodle's chilling. He's in a good spot. He's on his little wall there, so he's happy. Okay, well, have a good night. Thanks for tuning in. Let's see. Thanks for Drop the Hammer Forge. I've been watching your stuff too. I love blacksmithing. I'm just a that's kind of like a hobby. If I could have a hobby, I guess, is learning blacksmithing. I bought a knife forge, and I bought some Damascus to play around with, and I want to learn how to make my own Damascus because I make knife handles too. So I'd be interested in. I want to know the process since I make the knife handles. I want to know how to make a knife and attach it and everything. But I've actually never done that. So always something to learn, always. And I'm always watching other people and other makers and craftsmen. Love true craftsmen. Anybody who works with their hands and truly makes the product that they endorse and sell. So makers, creators, keep rocking. I'll talk to you guys soon. Have a good night. Saw Dogs out.